What's up, my friends? It is Griff Nielsen. You're a holistic lifestyle hacker, and I've got a cool hack for you today, because today I want to share with you the concept that I came up with. Actually, I did not come up with this, to be honest with you. I use it all the time. It's called the A2 solution. Oh man, what was the book? I believe this was originally in the Hunger Fix, and I read that years and years ago. So the A2 solution is an interesting little tool that you can use if you're wanting to change something in your life. If you're, let's say for example, you want to cut down on sugar intake, or you want to add exercise into your life, or maybe you want to add meditation into your life, or a little bit more quiet time, or a nap. Doesn't matter really. What the A2 solution is all about is giving you a framework that can instantly allow you to fit into your new habit rather than being resistant to it. Like, oh no, it's Monday. I promised myself I was going to get up, I was going to exercise. Oh, it feels really good in my bed. So the A2 basically stands for adjust and adapt. Okay, adjust and adapt. Now, what I like about it is very, very simple. Okay, if you think about any habit that you're trying to change, you are going to have to adapt. You're going to have to adjust to your new habit, to your new lifestyle trait, what have you. And a lot of us, we kind of skip this. We just lurch in and we white knuckle it, we grit our teeth, and we think, oh, I'm just going to do this, right? And really, when it comes down to it, nothing could be further from the truth. Think of the last time you wanted to make a big change, and then that day came and you're faced with a decision that you have to make. Maybe you couldn't drink a soda, or you wanted to cut down on sugar, or it comes time and it's 5 p.m. and you told yourself you're going to be down at the corporate gym working out. Okay? And when that moment comes, you're just like, I don't feel like adjusting, I don't feel like adapting. So I want to quickly break this down to the A2 formula. First, adjust. And I like this because it's very common sense, but it forces the fact that we're going to have to adjust to a new habit. Now, my personal advice with this is just to understand and accept the fact, or adjust to the fact, if you will, that change is not easy. And I think this is one of the fundamental flaws that we human beings make, is we think that it's going to be easy. You know, we have this vision of what we want, and we just feel like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Starting Monday, I'm going to do it. But when it comes down to it, we're not really willing to adjust our situation. Did we adjust by getting our exercise clothes ready? Did we adjust our work schedule? I've worked with countless executives that when it comes to making change, they don't adjust anything in their work schedule. There's nothing to adjust. I mean, there's a lot of things they need to adjust to make time for exercise, but they don't make the adjustment. They actually don't even get on their phone and make the actual adjustment in their calendar. They don't move an appointment. Let's say you're not in a work scenario. You don't adjust you don't even go get a gym membership. You don't buy the new pair of running shoes. You don't, let's say it's a mental habit. You don't write the affirmation. You just keep repeating the old thought pattern, and it keeps going. And so there's no adjustment, because adjustment takes us out of our comfort zone. And the other part of this is adapt. And that's obviously, it's the first cousin to this. We don't really adapt to our new situation. If we're adjusting certain things in our schedule and in our lives and prioritizing through adjustment, then it makes it a lot easier to adapt to the situation. And what I believe is important about the concept of adaptation is being open to it. And what I mean by that is, okay, I know today, let's say I wake up, it's Monday, my day is going to be different. I am consciously willing to adapt to what this day is going to throw me. I might have to adapt to a back-to-back meeting because I don't have the luxury via my work, because of my workout. I'm going to have to put 2 meetings back-to-back. Or I'm going to have to work on this project for 2 hours in a row. Usually I go for about an hour. I take a little lunch break and I come back and I do that. Maybe you have to adapt that. So really the A2 solution is becoming comfortable with the concept of change. The other thing about it is you're becoming aware, consciously aware of change. You see, sometimes when we have a subconscious pattern or habit that we've been playing out year after year, decade after decade, and I've been, doing something for so long, and then when it comes time to change, because all of that is subconscious, I don't even think about it. I just literally go back to what I was doing. And then afterwards, I'm like, how did that happen, right? I meant to do this, but then I went back to my old habits, and then I beat myself up, and and then the pattern repeats itself. And that's exactly what we don't want to do. Through adjusting and adapting, essentially what we're doing is we're bringing awareness to the situation. We're getting out of subconscious land and we're getting into conscious land. And it's only through consciousness that we can effectively bring in this adjustment and this adaptation to a new situation. Thinking to ourselves, you know what? I'm making a lifestyle change. I'm adapting by having a plan in place. I'm reorganizing. I have a concrete plan, right? I'm adjusting. And that plan is going to vary according to your goal. But I'm also going to adapt as certain life events are thrown at me. Maybe a meeting comes up and I'm like, I told myself I was going to exercise, but then this meeting came up. Most of the time we just give up, we throw on the towel, the meeting threw me off. No. We're adapting to that. We're adapting to life throwing the curveball. We're adapting when something goes wrong, when we didn't think was going to go wrong. Maybe our boss yelled at us. Maybe we screwed up on a project. Maybe we missed a deadline. It doesn't matter, but the concept of adapting is being willing and being open-minded to it to say, okay, I committed to whatever this goal is. I'm going to do it. No matter what, I'm going to adapt. That means I got to stay half hour later. That means I've got to get up a little bit earlier tomorrow. If that means I got to shift a meeting, it doesn't matter. Just remember to adjust and adapt. Simple concept in theory, but then when it actually comes to prioritizing the new habit, the new whatever we're trying to do by adjusting and adapting, it's going to take a little time. Okay, so what your assignment, my friends, is that I want to hear from you. What do you need to adjust to? Or let me rephrase that. What needs to be adjusted in your life, in your schedule, rather than just saying, well, that's just the way I am, or this is my schedule, and I was a victim of circumstance, and then this came. How are you going to adjust? What are you going to literally do? What is your plan? Okay. So remember, adjusting is like making a plan and making sure that the plan can be executed by making your schedule amenable to it. And then 2, how are you going to adapt on a daily basis? When the curveball comes, I want to hear what you're going to do. So in the comments, I want to hear what are you going to do to adjust? Tell me what you're going to do with your schedule and what your plan is. You don't have to be long about it. And then 2, what is your plan for adapting throughout the day? So say, for example, somebody brings in donuts and you're on a no sugar goal, you have a no sugar goal. How are you going to adapt in that situation? What are you going to do? What is your battle plan? Okay. So I want to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me for these awesome 10 minutes today. Have a great week. Remember to never excuse away that inner greatness, my friends, and always remember life is good. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week. Take care.